and 216.8 inches in length, 81.1 inches high, so 86.7 inches in width. The window button, so you can lower all 4 windows in one click with the help of this button. So when you press it, 0 to 100 in 3 seconds, believe me. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum people, I'm Tailgate. You're watching a car review and this is called the Hummer EV from GMC. GMC showed this Hummer electric pickup truck in April 2021, and from 2022 onwards this is in the production and now you can get this one. So today we are going to review this Hummer. So the Hummer offers you 3 different trim levels in this Hummer EV: the EV2, EV2X, EV3X, and this is the first edition of Hummer. So you got different trim levels with the different powertrains, like you got 625 horsepower till 1000 horsepower with the different rear wheel drive and all wheel drive, and 2 dual or tri motor. So this is the first edition with the tri motors with the all wheel steering and all wheel drive. So I borrowed this beautiful Hummer EV from Levant Autos here in Russell Khor and Sheikh Zayed Road. They are based. They're a big collector of unique and limited cars. This is the only first Hummer in UAE. If you guys want it, you can jump to Levant Motors. You can say my name and get a reasonable discount. So the starting price of this Hummer starts from $80,000, the base version with the 625 horsepower. But with this edition one, it can jump up to $112,000. In UAE, it's still not with the dealership yet, but you can get it from private dealers like Levant Autos. You can come here and they're asking about 1.4 million UAE dirhams. So let's talk about the dimensions of the Hummer EV. It's more better, longer and wider than the old Hummer H1. I'm posting the picture with the dimensions of the Hummer H1. You can compare it. It's longer in wheelbase. It's 135.6 inches wheelbase and 216.8 inches in length, so 81.1 inches high, so 86.7 inches in width. So let's talk Hummer front look. Have a look at this muscular big electric truck. There's no more engine in this big truck. So you got new front look, new muscular look from the side and the back with electric motors, 1000 horsepower, 0 to 100 in 3 seconds, believe me. This thing weighs 4202 kgs and still 0 to 100 in 3 seconds. So you got battery pack that gives you around 529 kilometers of range in full charge. So this is the first edition, so it gives you that much, but you have less range packages as well, the EV2 and EV2X. So this is the front look. Have a look at the hooks. Oh, they're so strong. So you got new bumper, GMC logo, General Motors, and have a look at this bar. So when you unlock the car, look at the side indicators and look at this LED bar. So it's written Hummer EV. So this is the light bar and this is not the headlight here. Have a look at this H design over here. So when you lock again, so it blinks like that. When you indicate, so it's blinking like that. So the headlights of this Hummer EV is not in here, it's here. The low beam and full beam is this one. This is only to show you guys this LED bar. One interesting thing, this is the E-trunk of Hummer EV. So it can be opened from 3 different ways. You have a button inside, you have a button on remote, and you have a small pad over here. So you can press it, it will open automatically. This is very nice thing. This is electric Hummer, so you have everything electronic. So you got plenty of cargo area here as well, but you got some of the covers for your roof. Actually, you can open the roof and you can fit the panels over here. So this is the panel number 4, 3, 2 and 1. So you can remove one by one and put in this cover and close and be safe. And if you need like extra cargo area, you can remove all these panels, keep it in your store at home, and this whole area will be free for you guys. So this is the E-trunk and you can close it automatically as well, or press this pad again, it will close like that. This is interesting because many cars I have seen, like trunk, they open electronically and they don't close it electronically, but not in this Hummer. So you have this front look of amazing Hummer. So the side look of Hummer EV, let me show you this one. You got every Hummer edition one with the white, black top and bronze wheels, bronze colored wheels with the 35 inches all-terrain tires. This car is so high for all terrains. You can go anywhere, anytime. So with the air suspensions in it, you can control the height of this Hummer EV. Press the button inside, it will raise itself, and press it again and it will lower itself. When you're coming in the side, these are called the rock sliders here, so it can protect your side door sills and all that. You got plates under the body. It's fully armored plates that can save your battery and motors under. I'll try to add a clip. It will save your Hummer EV. So you got big mirrors with the cameras all over. You got 18 different cameras in the front, side, under body cameras, back, top, everywhere you have cameras. So this is how you open the Hummer EV door. It feels good, the new modern Hummer, because the older Hummer is like heavy and army car. So this is the Hummer EV. It's a nice car. So this is the side look. Have a look, and it feels muscular. Like if you see it for the first time, you will not ever think this is electric car, because it doesn't look like electric car. So this is Hummer, and you can open the roof panels of this Hummer EV completely from the top. So it will be a topless Hummer EV. Let's try to open it. Let me show you. You got locks under the roof panels, and you got numbers actually on the roof panel covers. So you have to open one by one like this. You have to unlock it, and you can lift it. It's so lighter. I will need help to carry these panels. So you can open one by one like this, 4 panels, and also you can open this part actually as well, like the part where the panels fix. You got bolts under, you need screwdriver to unscrew them, and you can totally remove all the roof of this Hummer EV. So at the side, something interesting, you got all-wheel steering wheel, and it helps you really in small places like this one. So let me show you. When you just steer the steering wheel, you will see the tires turning like that. So you can see the rear tires as well. They're just turning with the front tires. So they can only turn up to 10 degrees maximum in each direction. So this is really interesting option in this Hummer EV. Let me show you one more interesting option. This Hummer has a diagonal steering wheel as well, so it can like walk like a crab. Let me show you how it works. You have a button inside. When you press it, so it's going to the crab mode, crawl like a crab. So both the tires will go in the similar direction, and you can just go like a crab. Have a look. So you can walk like a crab in this Hummer EV. So have a look. This tire is just turned to the right, my right, and that tire also turned to the right. So this is a crab walk. So when you come back, let me show you once again. When you come back, it will show you like this. Have a look at the tires. It will come back like that. So when you turn it to the right, the rear tire will also turn it to the right. So this is the crab walk of Hummer EV. So there you go with the back look of the Hummer EV. You got a multi-pro tailgate. What is this tailgate? Because this is GMC. So maybe you have seen this kind of tailgate in many pickup trucks from GMC. So they give a touch to the Hummer that this is from GMC. So very nice tailgate. But before explaining the tailgate, let me explain you the lights. When you unlock the car, have a look. It's kind of a H. So Hummer. So let's jump into the tailgate. You can open it electronically with the help of a button from remote, and also you have buttons over here. So when you press this button, so you can open the tailgate fully. And you have one more panel that you can open if you have something long to fit in your bed and you wanted to stop it here, so you can open this part like that. How you will get into this big pickup truck in the back, because this is so high, and when it's lifted up it's very high. You got a button over here small, so you can open this panel as well, and you can open this part. You have something here to play your music, some USB port, and you have a step over here to get in this trunk, and a bar just to hold it like that and get in your high Hummer pickup truck. So like that you can go up into your bed. So let me explain you one more thing. You can open this part of the tailgate as well only. So the tailgate, have a look at this part only. If you have something that you want to fit in your trunk, and it should come up here, not all the tailgate, so you can open only this part like this, and if you want to stop it here, you can also do like that. So this is really interesting multi-pro tailgate of the Hummer EV. Actually, one interesting thing, when you open the tailgate, have a look at the trunk here, have a look at this cargo area. So you have H written in the center of this big bed of this truck. So one more bag from Hummer EV. This is the charging cable from Hummer that you can open like that and charge your Hummer EV. So welcome to the Hummer interior. Have a look at the seats. You got leather seats with white and black tone. Have a look at the doors. You got white, black and gold trim on this interior of Hummer. New interior, new dashboard, new screens, and it really feels good when you are sitting in a modern type of Hummer, because usually when you see Hummer H1 it's a bit old. Yeah, army car. So you got plenty of grab handles on the door, on this pillar over here, because this is something like army car, so you have to grab it and get in. So this is the key, a start stop button, power on. There's no sound actually in this Hummer. You got two big screens. One is your gauge cluster, one is your infotainment cluster, and one nice thing I've noticed, when I switch it on, there is a steering wheel and a light LED light in the steering wheel. It turns green when you switch it on. So gauge cluster, you got some options in the gauge cluster. You have buttons on the steering wheel, you can scroll it, you can go to different gauge clusters. Let me explain you one by one. On the right side you have a screen and you can just turn left or right. You have driver assistance, you have the music, map, and the best thing is you have layouts in this gauge cluster. So you have different type of gauges. You have lunar. When you go in the lunar, it shows you a different type of graphics. It's similar to the white paper, something drawn with a pencil on it, so similar kind of a design. You have clean. It's when you press on clean, there is a clean gauge cluster with some tiny details. Then you have a sport. When you go in the sport, something like this. Off-road. So off-road, you have different type of displays actually. So you go in a digital, it will show you some of the digital gauge cluster. That's what you can do in this one, the gauge cluster actually. So when you go on the options again, on the right side you can go on the speed warnings and all the blah 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 info that you can check on this gauge cluster, even the tire pressures and all that. Moving on to the infotainment screen over here. First of all, before infotainment, let me explain you these buttons. When you press this button pop up one more menu. So these buttons also are linked with these buttons. So you have 2-3 options linked with one button. So this is the heated seat option. When you press it, it comes the menu comes in, and you can select the heated or cool seats. Again, the buttons. So you have nice material over here. Down here you got the steering heated and some 4-wheel options, traction control and auto park. Also you have auto park button. So the Hummer have equipped auto park in it with the lane changing option as well in the driver assistance. Coming on to the cameras, click on the cameras. You got 18 different type of cameras in the Hummer EV, 18 different type of views actually. So you can go and have a look of all of the cameras, and one interesting camera in this Hummer is the underbody camera. So you can have a look at the view of the underbody camera. It's showing me under the body. If you're going in the off-road, I've shown you in Defender, I think. Yes, when you're going in the off-road, you have underbody camera, and also in the Land Cruiser new one. So it helps you really in the off-roading. So you can also go on underbody camera, and one interesting option, this is the camera, underbody camera, and there is one like spraying something on it, so you can actually press it to wash your underbody camera. So this is an interesting option in this one. So you got off-roading options. You can go into settings and see your powertrain and all that, different types of options in the Hummer EV. So climate control settings, Wi-Fi from GMC and all that. So these are all the options that you can go onto the Hummer. And you got wireless charging, some of the C ports and USB-C ports, cup holders. This is the gear lever, and this is the drive mode button actually. So what it does, when you scroll, there's a nice graphic on the infotainment screen. So this is off-roading, so the car like jumps up from a wall and it shows you it's going into the off-road with some of the details that what it is doing. Scroll again, this is all-terrain, so it will come in this kind of graphic. Again, it's a tow, so it's towing a big spaceship. I don't know what it is. So like this, you have different kind of modes with the nice graphics on it, and you got all-wheel steering option in this button. You can adjust the ride height from this button as well. There is a button, just press it, so the ride will lower itself, and press it and it will raise itself. And you got a button that you can press for the all-wheel steering and the crab crawl. When you keep pressing this button over here, so this screen will go into crab walk mode, actually crab walk. So you can crab walk like I showed you in the exterior. So this is all the things that you can do. You have some nice compartment over here as well, and this is the front look. You have one interesting option that I showed you in many cars, the rear view camera. It turns into a screen and a camera itself. There is a window. When you press this button, the window comes down, the back window. So this is an interesting option that you can press it, the rear window comes down totally, and it can go up with the help of this button. So some interesting buttons at the side here. You got button to open the hood actually. Press it, your hood will open automatically. You have a button over here, press it, your tailgate will open automatically. You have the lane assist button here, and one interesting button is the window button. So you can lower all 4 windows in one click with the help of this button. So when you press it, all your windows go down. So I don't think so I have seen this option in any other car. So let's go back and let's check the Hummer EV. So the back seats of Hummer EV, you got plenty of space, plenty of headroom actually. You got some of the buttons for the climate control, some of the ports for the air vents, and hidden spaces on the seat. So you can open, you can keep your stuff hidden from anyone that sits in your car. So you got this cup holders and 2 hidden spaces on the seats, and also you can just lift the seat up and you got some of the storage, hidden storage in your Hummer EV. So this was it with the Hummer EV. Hope you enjoyed the video. If by mistake I have given you any wrong information, my apologies for that. If you'd like to see videos in Urdu language, you can subscribe to my channel, that's Car Kid Asia. Do take care of yourself and my channel as well. If you have something unique, you can mail me at this email ID. I would like to review it. Peace out.